whapeihe hao tangata o whanongo he tue mo e whakalawe tala e ai manu launa e hoku tori he kakala to ahono mausa pe a te ki he sola o taga no whapeihe hao tangata o whanongo he tue mo e whakalawe tala e ai manu launa he kakala to ahono mausa pe a te ki he sola o taga he ilanga hopo fifili ka te o whakamatala ko mau e tui ki hapo takala ilanga hopo fifili ka te o whakamatala ko mau e tui ki hapo takala
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Home of the brave. Home of the brave. Oh.
O iki mo e hamata puri whiwhia ai paenga o e Vake Tali Folau, ke tali whiwhia aki motolu i he loto hanga maari, ki he proklama mi he substation ko ia a Salt Lake City, Utah, ka oku laivia tua pe mi Provo, Utah. Pea whamalo ke teki motolu o ku mo tūtaimi ka mo mea mai ki he paenga o e Vake Tali Folau. O atu whaka whamalo ke teki motolu katoa pēna e whaiwhatongia me he paenga, talu me aneuhu me tau station whalotu, o tau au mai ki he tainim, ko au awhapalu whahako whaiwhatongia te pēa me he paenga o e Vake Tali Folau, Salt Lake City, Utah, kai via Provo, streamline te pēa me Provo. Pea oana angalo, ko e stationi o mao mea i ho o ngahi u lerei kotoa pē, whikau aki moe ako, mo ui lerei. Pea ko e wike wā whokien, taitari whiwhia ki mo tolu ki he paenga o e Vake Tali Folau, o whalahi aka teki mo tolu. Pea taitari rei aki mo tolu kotoa pē, o ko mo mea mai pea me iu lope, kau maa whoki Francais, Itali, mo tolu kotoa pē i Sweden, pea ko ma whola e tonga i iu lope ko hea ko ngāwe ai akapulu, pe ko rugby, ai umuanga maheni ki ai. Tai tari whiwhia mo ki mo tolu kotoa pē, o ko mo mea mai pea me he ngai otomoto Asia, Hong Kong, Sri Lanka, Taiwan, Asia, kau ai whoki mutolu ko tau pe mo mea mai pe me saina. Tai tali fefia ki mutolu. Tau te whitu te mutolu mo mea mai pe me he the land of the rising sun me siapani. Ofat ki mo ngai fofonga. Mo ki mutolu ko tau pe ku Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku, Kyushu. Fefia ke tai rei ma oi pe ki mutolu ki he paenga oi Vake Tali Folau. Pea koia ene pehe o kohonga ke te mautolu ho mo mea mai pea whakaka te ngai proklama whakawhaofa murerei ma aki mautolu kai tukumua ke whai aki hiwa taritari en ma aki mautolu ka tau toki hoko atu.
In Tonga they say, malo lele. In Fiji they say, pura vinaka. In Samoa they say, talo falava. In New Zealand they say, kiora oe. In Hawaii they say, aloha oe. But in America, a happy day. Fia makupe. In Tonga they say, malo lele. In Fiji they say, pura vinaka. In Samoa they say, talo falava. In New Zealand they say, kiora oe. In Hawaii they say, aloha oe. But in America, the happy day. Fia makupe. Awe, te vai te tahiti. Whakarapetana oe, alohi e. Awe, te vai te tahiti. Whakarapetana oe, alohi e. Tahiti nui a te whare awe, tauarerea. Mama, ia te uri awe, pea te urua. Awe, oie. Awe la oie, mama. Awe la oie, mama.
Fia ke tai lere ai pe ki motolu ki he paenga e Vake Tali Folau. Hoi ki moe hamata puli. Pe ke tukat mua hatoi ki fo i fasi hene taha. Uhi ka e streamline mai a Dr. Thomas Halaki ke whahoko e polokalama. Ulaki polokalama ko e ahoni. Ai aku mo mea ke ai. O moanga mahen ke aku i pe ko e whatu amerie ki he mea au tautau i e futerie. Pea Tomasi.
Malo lele.
Mai tau ma e fiafin.
Sai apito ke hawe heni mo koi. Good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, says hold on 1 second to
Let's see. I think I've lost your sound.
Yeah,
There we go. Say baby.
Yeah. Taitari whewhia henia Dr. Thomas Halaki ki he paenga o e Vake Tali Folau mo e proklama ko ia whatu Ameria ki he mea au tautau he futeria.
Pea o kui utani whoke Dr. Thomas Halaki tai niu ka streamline mai pe henki provo. Tom?
Here. Wow.
You're on now.
I'm on now. It's all me, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's very good to be here with you as always. I would like to talk tonight about some excellent information. I hope that will be helpful to our students out there. But before we get into things, if you have the PowerPoint, go ahead and bring that up.
I'll bring it up, but maybe your microphone's a little bit sounds like you are far away.
Sounds like I'm far away. Okay. I'll try to talk closer to the microphone here.
Yeah.
So is that better?
Yeah, much better.
Great. If it's easier for you, I can share my screen. But I know you have the PowerPoint there.
Yeah.
I learned some information just the other day, and I learned this information and I thought immediately about our program tonight and wanted to share for those who are local in the Salt Lake City area, Provo area. There is an educational workshop that is sponsored by the Wasatch Front Service Mission that will be held on March 10th at 5 o'clock in the evening at the Salt Lake Community College Institute of Religion. Let's see. Should I just share my screen here? And hopefully you can see this.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Trying to bring the PowerPoint onto. So not quite there yet.
Okay. This will be a great opportunity for people to learn about scholarships for college. There's also going to be information about improving job skills, getting apprenticeships, all sorts of educational opportunities for people that would like to know this information. High school students, parents, young adults, even adults who are interested in going back to gain more education. This will be a great opportunity. So I wanted to share that with our audience tonight because I know there's a lot of people here looking for this kind of information, and it's something that is coming up. We've got enough time, hopefully, to plan for it. We've got about 3 weeks until this takes place, and that will be a great thing to put on your calendars and start planning.
Okay. Your PowerPoint is on. Thank you.
Okay, good. So if you can have that first slide up, then that's the information there. And I can send you the flyer that I have. Maybe we can post that up on social media.
Okay, that'll be great.
Good. Let's go ahead and get started with the information that I wanted to share. So go ahead and go to the next slide.
Okay.
I want to talk tonight about resources that are available on university campuses. This will be helpful for any student who's currently enrolled in college, or those high school students or others that are getting ready to enroll. And there's a lot of resources on campus that many students don't know about. And so I want to talk about some of those things. And we'll go to the next slide about student access fees.
Okay.
So this is something that isn't talked a lot about up front by universities, but every university charges student access fees on top of tuition. So if you're going to college, you need to be prepared to pay for tuition you need to pay for fees, the student access fees, and if you're going away from home, you have to pay for living expenses as well. But this student access fee provides the money to support many different services and benefits for students while they're on campus and attending school. Some of the things are physical, like going to the rec center, going to the gym. Student fees pay for that. Or other things like mental health counseling that's available to students. Again, student fees pay for all that, and every student pays for this just because they're enrolled in classes. And so if you know about some of these resources, you can take advantage of them at no additional cost because you're already paying for them. And there's so many students that don't take advantage of these resources because they're not aware of what the student fees pay for. So that's what I'm going to talk about tonight. Let's go on to the next slide. What do campus resources provide? First of all, they provide support for students, things that will help in your academic health, your financial health, social health, and your physical and mental health. All of those components come together with these campus resources. So you will notice in just a moment here, we'll put up a list of several different resources. We won't talk about each one of them, but every university has some of these things on the list, and most universities have many of them, have all of them. Let's see if I can say that better. All universities will have some universities will have all. So let's go ahead and bring up that list of university on-campus resources. There you see a list there of many different resources that are available. And I have highlighted a few of these that I want to talk about tonight. I won't talk about every single one of them because we don't have the time, but I want you to see this list so that you're aware of the different resources to look for on your campus. Now, some of these resources will have different names depending on the university that you're attending, but they should have something similar under a similar name if they have that resources available. So the ones with the star next to them are the ones that I want to talk about tonight. Let's go ahead and jump into that list. So the first item on the list is the Accessibility Center. We'll just go through this alphabetically. Alpha, if you have any questions or need more information or comments, as always, feel free to chime in and let's have a discussion about this. But as we talk about the Accessibility Center, this is a place that assists students with any kind of disability. It's not just limited to students that have a physical disability like what is portrayed in this photo, but if you have a learning disability, or sometimes you don't even need to have a verified disability, things like alternative textbooks can help, housing accommodations, those things can help anyone. But the Accessibility Center is designed to help out those students who do have some kind of a disability. One of the things that I see in my classes oftentimes is students coming from high school, where in high school they have a recorded and documented disability of some sort. It might just be challenge in reading, or it might be attention deficit, or anything like that, that is more of maybe an invisible disability. And when they go to college, they want to try and shed that that disability. They want to try and make it on their own and not have to have that disability connected to them. And then they get in their classes and they start to struggle because they have the disability and they need that extra help, the extra bonus. And as a classroom teacher, I cannot make any kind of modification to an exam, a quiz, or assignments unless I have documentation from the university that tells me this student has a disability. So there's a lot of different types of things that we deal with in education with students because every student is different. And there's no shame in having a challenge like this. So if you have one of these challenges, as you go to the university, you go to college, make sure it's documented. That information is private, so it's only shared with on a need-to-know basis. And even as a classroom instructor, when I get information shared with me, it's very minimal information. It's only the information that I need to know in order to help this student be more successful. So it's important that you document any of those challenges that you have, and then there's an accessibility center or an accessibility office that can help you with that. And Afa, I see the slide now. If you can go to the next slide on the list there, that would be great. That'll show the detailed information about the Accessibility Center and all that it supports.
Yeah, at the beginning of every semester, I receive a email from the Disability Center telling me who the students are in my class that I need to watch out for and work with. And it's always nice to know who they are and know what issues they deal with in order to help them to be successful.
Yeah, because as a teacher, if we know about those challenges, we can make adjustments in order to help them be more successful. And that's what we want, right? As classroom teachers, we want all of our students to be successful. And so if those challenges exist, then we need to know how we can make modifications to our instruction. So, and sometimes those situations are temporary, right? It's not uncommon for me to see a student that maybe has a broken leg, or maybe they had a surgery on a leg or an arm or something, and they have to be on crutches or in a wheelchair or something like that while they heal. Those things are accommodated through the Accessibility Center or the Disability Center, whatever it's called on your campus.
Yeah, that's correct.
So
and I remember one of the students got hurt on some kind of a hiking, and so she was on crutches, and she always worried about missing the quiz at the beginning. So I said, no, the quiz will be given at the end, so that way we accommodate you and you don't have to worry about it. So things like
she probably, it took her longer to get from her previous class.
Yeah.
Imagining. Yeah. So yeah, there's all sorts of accommodations that we can make, and we want to be able to do that. So let's go on to the next slide. And this is an office that most students will use towards the end of their college. It's not restricted to those students, but usually when we're talking about career services, we're talking about an office that will help with getting jobs, prepare you for jobs or for internships. I work with this office quite a bit in my job because part of my responsibility is the internship coordinator for our department. And so to help my students gather the information that they need, I connect with the Career Services office, and they provide me all sorts of information that I can pass on to my students about getting jobs and preparing their resumes. The Career Center even does mock interviews, and oftentimes they'll record those on video so you can go back and review them and identify some of the areas that maybe are weaknesses in your delivery or things like that. At our school, at my school at Kansas State University, one of my favorite benefits that is available at the Career Center, they have what they call the Career Closet. And I'm not sure how many other universities have something like this. I'm sure Kansas State is not the only one, but the Career Closet allows students to go in and pick out from their closet. They have a clothing closet where students can pick out up to 5 clothing items that are all professional attire. So if they don't have money to go out and get nice clothes to wear to an interview, they can go to the Career Closet and pick those out at no cost. Doesn't cost anything except your time to walk over there and pick out things. So, you know, if I was a young man and I was preparing for a job interview, I might go get a shirt and a tie and a jacket and some slacks and some nice dress shoes. That would be 5 items, and
Wow.
I would be all dressed up, ready for my professional interview. So I love that benefit. It helps out so many students.
Well, I'm not sure if Utah Valley University, where I'm at, has that kind of benefit, but now that you said this, I'm going to call them tomorrow and ask.
There you go, and say, how can we start something like this? What's really nice too is that it engages the community, because there are community businesses that donate to this. There's, you know, when I was in college, actually, I worked in clothing retail for a department store, and there were a lot of things that we for one reason or another we couldn't sell. And most of the time back then, they would just get donated to a thrift store, or sometimes things would even get thrown in the trash. But today there are so many other options. The Career Closet is one of those, and so a store could donate some of their unsold items to the Career Closet and benefit students as they get ready to graduate and go into the workforce. So that's an excellent thing. Another thing that I like is listed right above that, the strengths assessment. They have tests that students can take, or anyone can take, to identify where their key strengths are at. And if you know what your strengths are, then you can play to those strengths, and will benefit you again as you're looking for a job. So Career Services is a great place to go. Let's go on to the next one, counseling and psychological services. This is something that has really grown a lot at the university level in the last 5 to 7 years. It has become really essential. There are so many students who deal with anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues. They need a little extra help, or sometimes these offices will offer premarital workshops. I think that's useful for anybody that's planning to get married, and go through some of those workshops, get to know your partner a little bit better, and learn some skills on how to navigate disagreements and other issues that come up in any kind of a relationship, marriage relationship. They can help you with other tools for being successful in your academics, in your schooling. Sometimes they're individual one-on-one counseling sessions, sometimes they're group sessions, all sorts of things that can help a student deal with mental health concerns. And again, I want to stress that these are free of charge while you're enrolled as a student. This is a great time to take advantage of so many of these things, because when you graduate and you're no longer connected to that university, if you need some of these services, it's going to cost quite a bit more money than what you're paying in your student fees.
Yeah,
And,
that's correct.
Most
Which
students,
is why it's important to, when you graduate, make sure you sign up for the alumni. As part of the alumni, they provide some of these services so that you continue. And of course, the reason why they want you to be in the alumni, so they can ask for donation at some point.
of course, yeah, they want to keep track of those alumni, but you're right, there are benefits to individuals through the alumni network as well. So those are all good things.
Yeah.
Let's go on to the next item, first year mentoring. This is something that can really help a lot of students as they make the shift from high school to college. And I think most college freshmen don't really comprehend fully what the difference is between high school and college, which is understandable. These students they've been students most of their life, right? They start in kindergarten when they're about 5 years old, and that's really all that they have really known for most of their years, is just being a student. And then you get to the university, and it's different than being a student in high school or middle school. And you'll have professors that really challenge you, and they don't always make adjustments to help you be successful. Oftentimes in high school or younger classes, students can turn work in late. Many university professors, including myself, have no late work policy. You got to turn it in by the deadline. And part of the reason that I do that is because I recognize that my student's next step is going to be in the workplace. And the workplace works off of deadlines. And so I'm trying to prepare my students to meet those expectations. And so when you get to college as a freshman or even later on, you can find a mentor, which is usually a junior or a senior, someone who's been at the university as a student a little bit longer. And that individual can help you kind of learn how to navigate the college campus and all the different expectations that you're certainly going to run into. They can help you connect to other campus resources, such as the ones that we're talking about here this evening. They can help you with some study tips, or sometimes if you just need a friend, if you just need to vent or talk things out about a situation, whether it's a class or a relationship or any of the other issues that you might face, just having someone that can listen to you is beneficial as well. So first year mentoring has actually been shown through research to benefit students and help them stay in college and be able to continue on and finish their college education.
Correct.
Whereas if they don't, there's a greater chance that they might drop out.
Yeah, which we don't want. We don't want students to drop out.
No, absolutely not. There's many challenges that they will face, not the least of which is that they'll have this financial debt that they now have to pay, but they're not prepared. They're not ready to take a higher paying job. And so they get a low paying job and they have a debt that they have to pay back to the university. And it's just a bad situation all the way around. So it's best to stay in school despite the challenges and just keep going. But programs like peer mentoring are some of those resources that will help students to stay in school and learn how to better navigate the college environment.
Okay. Dr. Thomas, we need to take a little commercial break here, please. Thank you.
All right, good place to take a break, and we can come back and continue with the next slide.
Yeah.
Moi kainga, o ki ai hao whehu I o whekau aki mo metikea o whia mao hatali ki ai. Whetu taki mai ki a Liz tupo se kona ki he ngai whakai ki. Ua ni matolu, ni maono hiva, waru ni mata waru. O ki kai to tongi ai ngahi tokoni koe ni. Whetu taki mai ki a Liz tupo se kona, ua ni matolu, ni maono hiva, waru ni mata waru ki he ngahi whakai ki. Hoik mo kainga o pos kamata I Medicare Annual Enrollment Period. Koe whiririu aki e ngahi palani Medicare. Oua teke tō mui. Nei kamata I o katopa a tāni mā, pe a lele I ki Disema a whitu. Whetu taki mai ki a Liz tupo se kona ki he ngahi whakaiki ki. Ua ni matolu, ni maono hiva, waru ni mata waru. O ki kai to tongi ai ngahi tokoni koe ni. Whetu taki mai ki a Liz tupo se kona, ua ni matolu, ni maono hiva, waru ni mata waru ki he ngahi whakaiki ki.
Whamalo atu ho ki mo e haamata pūle ho mo tu taimi ka mo mea mai ki he pāinga o e Vake Tali Folau. Programa whatu amerie ki he mea au tau e futerie mo Dr. Thomas Halaki. I he whiawhin wahe atu e ngahi u resources. I he ngahi university e lawa ngāo e aki ho whānau ke tokoni ke teki nau tolu. I he totongi ako me toko. Pea poko he whainga tokoni pe whikau aki pea moe anga ko ia o e ako. Pea moe teu ki e ngahi u interview whakaprofessionale pea moe ngahi ala mea pe he. Mo kataki pe o eiki pe ka share atu a e programa. Go ahead, Dr. Halaki.
Oh, malo. Well, we've been talking, as you mentioned, we've been talking about resources available to students at the university and wanting to inform students of these resources, mostly because they're already paying for them through student fees. So if you're paying for something, you want to be able to take advantage of that if it's needed. And so I want to make sure that students and their parents are aware of the resources that are available to them. A university is really a community within a community. There's so many resources that the university campus has that it's almost a standalone entity away from the community in which it resides. And so that's why there's so many different resources here that students can benefit from. So the next resource that I want to talk about is one that I have been involved with through some of my research, and that is food and housing. And the way I have been involved with this issue in my research is that I have researched and told stories about what are called food deserts. Food deserts are places where it's very challenging for people that live in those areas to get fresh food. They're far away from a grocery store and their income is very limited. We all know that any college student has a limited income, and some university campuses are actually food deserts because of the distance that they are away from a grocery store. And so we have seen in the last few years many universities that provide some kind of food cupboard or a food resource where students can go and pick up food items at no cost. And that's what the Food and Housing Office will help with, is making sure that students get food available to them. At Kansas State University, one of the challenges that our students face who are living in dormitories is that the cafeteria on campus only serves 2 meals on Sundays. And so if they're living in the dorms and they're spending the entire weekend there, when Sunday rolls around, they're only going to be able to get 2 meals. And so that third meal, they might need to rely on a food and housing office in order to have something to eat. Other students who are not living in the dorms, they might be having other struggles getting enough money to purchase food. And so again, the Food and Housing Office can help with that. They can also help with housing resources. If it's difficult in your community to find an apartment or someplace to live, we don't want students living out of their car or sleeping on the sidewalk. We want to make sure that they have good shelter and they have a place to be safe at night and get a good night's rest. And if you're having struggles with that, again, the Food and Housing Office is a good place to go, and they can share some of their resources and help you get settled in that way. Um, the next resource I'd like to talk about is the International Student and Scholar Services. And once again, I want to remind our listeners that the names, the titles of these offices that I'm referring to may be different on your campus. So if you're looking for this specific title of an office, you may or may not find it. So be open to looking for other similar titles for these offices. But the general idea behind these offices are the same. The International Student Center at Kansas State University, the international students actually have their own building where they can go. They can use that as a study space. They use it as a place to get together and for social events and so forth. But along with that, there's the offices for this International Student Center there, which help those students with immigration issues. They can help American students as well with getting connected with community members and identifying and celebrating other cultures that are represented on their campus. I know my wife and I have attended some of the international festivals that are sponsored by the university, and those are a lot of fun, first of all, and then they're also great opportunities to just broaden our minds and get more familiar with other cultures. But at a more basic level, if we have a student coming from another country, from out of the country, they are not a U.S. citizen, probably want to connect with the International Student Center and make sure that they support you in making sure that your visa is the right kind of visa. And if your visa needs to be renewed, they can help you with all the information on how to do that and get you going in the right direction. So that's another excellent resource to help our international students. Going along with the international student, the next one is multicultural services. And multicultural services, someone might think, well, aren't they the same thing? Are they similar? They are similar, but the multicultural services are a little bit different because they work with students like Pacific Islanders and others who are coming from different cultural backgrounds that may or may not be U.S. citizens. So for those students who are U.S. citizens, but have a unique cultural heritage, then the multicultural services are that's the place to go. They can help with academic advising or advising on personal issues, social issues, financial needs, and so forth. Many universities also have a club that represents the specific culture. Kansas State University has the Black Student Union for Black students. They have a group for Hispanic students, and they have a club for Pacific Islander students, and several other clubs. So there are places that you can connect with people that are more familiar with your cultural background. The other thing that these groups do is they provide opportunities for leadership development. And I think that's something that's so important for all of our young people, is to learn leadership skills and have opportunities to exercise those skills, use those skills while they're in college. And then in addition, there's the cultural events, the social events that I mentioned in the previous slide, and all sorts of fun things along with the academic support. And college should be a little bit of fun. You need to balance that. You don't want to have too much fun, but you need to have a little bit of fun while you're in college. along with your academic pursuits. So the multicultural services is a place where you can get all of that help and have a little bit of fun. Let's go on to the next one, which is probably one of the most important services that every student will interact with, and that is the records and registrations, often called the registrar's office. This is where students connect with regarding their registering for their next semester of classes. If you have financial aid, this is the financial aid office is going to fall under the umbrella of the records and registration office. Also transcripts when you're getting ready to graduate, if you're applying for a job or some other things, maybe if you're transferring to another school, all of those situations may require transcripts so that you can verify your graduation and your coursework. So you'll go to the registrar's office or the records and registration office to be able to get a copy of your transcript. If you're in the military and you get deployed, or there's some other situation, maybe a mission, you started school and you're going to take a break to go on a mission, or whatever other reason you might defer your payback to financial aid or defer scholarships that you've received, you need to work through the registrar's office for all of that information. If there are changes that you need to make to your record, probably the most common change is if someone gets married, a young woman gets married, oftentimes she'll adopt her husband's last name. And so we'll need to make that change with the registrar's office, make sure that they're aware of that. This office also manages the academic calendar. So on that academic calendar, you have information not only about things like spring break or semester break that are the happy things, but also the more business things like what is the last day you can drop a class from your schedule or add a class. When do grades need to be submitted for faculty members? When are grades available to be seen by the students? All of those things fall in the academic calendar. Class schedules, graduation dates and deadlines, all of those types of things are managed by the registrar's office. This is also the place, if you attended another university and you're transferring to this university, you'll want to transfer that transcript that we talked about earlier, or the coursework that you did at the previous university, and make sure that you get credit for those classes coming to the new university. All of that is managed by the registrar's office. They do a lot of stuff. They're an important place to go. The next resource is the Research and Writing Center. This is a place that I send my students frequently because in my department, we teach writing. We require a lot of writing. There's a lot of other departments that require writing, even if they don't necessarily teach that in their coursework. And so students oftentimes need some help, some tutoring with their writing, or they need somebody to proofread a paper, or all sorts of other information, things that are related to writing and research papers. This center can help out with. So another great resource, if you can skip to that slide when you get a moment, then we can see that information as well. Research papers are a big part of almost any academic program. So you're going to, if you need some help with that, which most students do, don't go to ChatGPT. That's considered plagiarism or cheating at this point. So don't do that. Go to the Writing Center and get some help from them and sharpen your writing skills. Again, this is a great resource that's available. If you struggle with writing, which most students do coming from high school, go to get help at the resource that is available to you. No cost, just take some time, go over there and connect with the folks there, and they'll help you out. Let's go to the next slide. I'm keeping you on your toes and making you move right along there. But the next slide talks about student life. The Student Life Office is a very valuable office as well. The Student Life Office will help you solve problems. You might have a crisis situation. You might have other problems that you just don't know how to solve on your own. That's okay. The Office of Student Life is there to support you and give you the help that you need, not only for campus resources at the university, but also community resources that may be helpful to you as well. They are there to support and advocate for students. And this is also the office, we talked earlier about students that might have a disability and how instructors need to have that information made available to them. This is the office where most of that information comes from, is Student Life. They will send that information to the instructor, the professor that needs to know that information. So Student Life is a great place to get good support. When you need somebody on your team, go to Student Life and they'll help you out. The next slide talks about tutoring. We've talked about several different types of tutoring, and there are some specialized tutoring things out there, but there's also just general tutoring opportunities out there. Again, this is volunteer tutors. It's all no cost, no additional cost. Tutors can help you with homework in any type of a class that you have. You just need to find the right tutor. You're probably not going to be able to find one tutor that will help you with all of your classes, but you'll find a tutor for each individual subject. So if you need help with writing, there's the Writing Center, but there you can also find a tutor that will help with writing. You can find a math tutor. You can find a tutor for your biology class or chemistry class, whatever classes you're taking. There's likely a tutor there. They have programs that they refer to sometimes as Find a Tutor, Be a Tutor. The students who are giving the tutoring, providing the tutoring, are usually students who are a little bit older. There's juniors or seniors, and they've probably taken that freshman biology class before. Maybe they're even a biology lab teaching assistant, so they know something about the topic. They know something maybe about the specific professor. They can give you all sorts of information that can help you in that way. So use the tutoring office if you need some help there. Let's go on to the last one. The last area that we're going to talk about tonight is the University Advising Center. And the Advising Center is really important as you prepare your schedule for the upcoming semester. And some departments, my department that I work in, we have advisors that are specific to our department and our majors. And then there's also general university advisors. But regardless of what level of advisor you're working with, these advisors help you identify or explore different majors. If you're not sure what you want to major in, they can help you with that. They can help you plan your course schedule. They can help you with academic improvement and exploring career options. And with advisors, it very often I see students connect very closely with their particular advisor, and they build a personal relationship with that advisor. And oftentimes students will go in to their academic advisor if they have a personal situation that they need to talk through. And the advisors aren't necessarily trained for that, but it's oftentimes a first stop where students will go to get some counseling, get some guidance on what steps to take next. So students build a very personal relationship with their academic advisor. And there's one more slide. It's just a repeat of the earlier slide listing all of the different resources. And there's probably more that I haven't put on this list, but that's a pretty solid list of the different resources that are available to our students at the university. Once again, I want to repeat this. Your student fees have already paid for these resources. So don't hesitate to take advantage of the services that they can provide, and go ahead, get in there and take advantage of the various things that they can provide. Some of the things on this list that we haven't talked about, veteran services or non-traditional students. If you're a veteran, spent some time in the military, there's a lot of different benefits to you on campus. Connect with the Veteran Student Services Office, and they can guide you and help you out with some of those. There are legal services, health services. Most universities have a student health clinic on campus where you can get help with just a cough, or if you've got something more serious, you can take advantage of that. Athletes, Title IX office, you might need to connect there. So campus safety is another one that there's all sorts of services that are available to someone who's maybe getting out of class late at night when it's dark. You want someone to escort you to your car. They can provide that, and all sorts of other safety related things. So lots of different possibilities out there. Take advantage of them and make your money stretch as far as you can.
Yeah, that's a good point. Ihe lea whakatonga hoi ki moe haamatapule. Ki mo tōru koe ia ku mo whima au ha copy o e presentation koe na Dr. Thomas Halaki. Text mai ke te au ho emaili, wau noa taha, tau tā noa, wha noa ono noa, pa te ulawa rewa emaili a te copy o e presentation koe ni o koe ai u resources. Tau te whito ke tau whanau whewhine, koe Service for all year i PYU to kamata maga ta o ne ua pe tolwen ko taimiko o sia e nau study he library ka unau firma o ke nau foki ka nau dorm room pe ko taimeni ho fa ai ngai pale matabe ki he ka security po ko police ko ai university de nau mai o escort ko ai fa nau fefine ke nau tamu pe ko feitu ko o nau reni me ai ngai service lerei au pitoia pe a famalo ka Dr. Halaki no vai vai o ngai u resources ko ni maho inga au pito ho eki mai hamata apure ho mo ilo e ngai resources ko ni ke ngawe aki he tau whanau e taimi ko ngau he university ai pa o na ngalo ke wakai e ngahi uhingoa ko ngai taime ni ke he ngahi ngoa ka ko services o tatau pe ka tak whamore mole ko te bege tau ki preke ia fo I commercial hen pa mau foki mai mau fo I fasi pe a toki hoko atu malo
apito.
Io.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome.
When you travel with Fiji Airways, you do more than just fly. You harvest food, teach children, tend to patients, keep us moving, and protect our environment. Welcome to our home.
Fai e casa, ala e taloni por Kalotoni ya kuwakafu Mawe ye pomo ya Deia e ofane kauma Ofalotono mapoihano Komisi anofea utaja Lofu uwe manatu amata Inapea mawengalo isa ekuwa utaja
Malo pito hoi ki moe ha matapuri ha mo tuk taimi ka mo me mai ki he painga o e Vake Tali Folau me he substation ko ia i Salt Lake City Utah ka streamline tia pe me Provo Utah pe ko mo tuk me mai ki he programa Fatu Ameria ke me au tau i he futerie o e ako pe mo tok tato masalaki ne vahe atu e ngahi u resources mo ngahi mea e aonga ki tau whanau i he taimi unau he university e pau tatonu ki tau manatui ke whakamanatui ka nau tolu ke nau ngau e ake ngahi u services ko ia ke tokoni ki a teki nau tolu malo pito Dr. Halak ofat ka koe koe lava ia tau programa whika ulaki i he ahoni pe a toki hoka atu i he mahina kahau e toi heni pia Dr. Thomas Halaki heni mo he ngahi vahe le reo atu ma teki mautoru ka e tuke tau ki kolose ka foi commercial pe ko tau foi fasi pa tau toki hoko mai ke programa noa ma Dr. Kingilangi malo
Winnie Fatu Mari Mari Atela Pavaki Kami Mai Afani Iloto Kalani Si Umeo Vai Kiru Panga Si Ando Kinakina Si Ande Kabeina Wai kato ke tari
Whamalo pito hawe ki mui hamata pule ho kei tu taimi ki mo mea mai ke paenga o Vake Tali Folau I he whiawhi whakakoloa koe ni kua hokosia e tau taimi tau polokama pelu la ki mama om tau taking langi I he whiawhin koe wike ua whakieni o mahina koe ni Februari wike ua mu wike whakatoa peu whawhi e ki mautolu ki ai malo King tai tari whiawhia koe ki he paenga he whiawhin malo
hoko ki pokalapa ka maheni he wike ua ko toa pe pea whamalo tēnga te mo tolu mo whawhanoa mai ki pea whaabonga pe koe hangai whihui pea hangai tokoni ke whamahino hangai tuunga mahuinga o mo ule lei to ton ke tau mai no lava ke tau mui ki ai pe lava leva ke hoko mai ta po ke mo ule lei ko pare ia tau talang fu ke ngai lao feka waki pe mo tau hi sino ma me to kondi pe mo tai mi mohe tai mi famla sino pe tai mi fogu fai mo ki au kai to tonu au pito ke whahoko ia o ka badi tau whia mau ha sino mo ui le lei ki o tau ngai sino ta ki tāka mafu ke tau ngai whamiri mo tau whanau o whamalo atu ke he kau ki mo tolu mo whawhanoa mai hea whini ka mafu ke kau pure Vake Tali Folau mo ngai po kalamau tau fetu taki ai ki o tau kakai o e whenga pe ke whepopo aki i ngahi mea to tonu ke tau mahi no ka lava ke tau toka ngai tau ngai whamiri ke nau mo ui lele yange pe nau mo ui wholoa pe to taha foki ke to ki lele yange ako e whanau i e taimi ku nau mo ui lele yange ai ko Amerikani taiminu ku life expectancy ke mo ilo ka to alpe taimi me holo ki lalo pe to don beke mahino ka ti tau tolo no inga kono inga pe ko ngahi me aku watu me he fonuani ke mau me to kon me ai kakai pe ko me pe hoko kai ke na mau me to kon yo ku mo uilele fra mo uilele ko me reva hoko tena u mahaki ange pakai ke ngata pe ai kai ke usia ngai palani no nga fau ke mo win ke family ka ma fo ke fa nau ka tono no reva lo mo wi kono inga pe ko fi halaki ngahi tauhi tau fai ko tau ngai sino ui kai ko hinga ia koe ki tau ilo I kai. Hono hinga ai ko ngai feitu ko ni tau no foi o koe ngai influence kehe business pe mo kakai o kuna feinga ke na hanga o pou ia ngai lifestyle o kai ki fa mo le ke sino pa pa ko ki tau ilo ngai mea ko ni tau become victims ke ngai whangmatala ka mafuke ngahi tuwaki o ngahi business ke ko tau pe Amerikani pe lahe pita ka kai Amerikani una usifia mau ke nau moule rei ka kuhinga o ke lahe mea kai moule rei ia I Amerikani nge koe ku tau silau kai ki mua pe se te hiva noa o mau mea tokoni ko Amerikani ka pau kai ko animal food ko refined food Pako pau kai ko animal food, pe ko refined food, ko processed food. Ai ko ngai me ai ni nga ko whaka mamaki e kakai I he tau whanua ni ko pesete valunga fulu e tau mau mea tokoni. U tau mau mea tokoni ngai mea tokoni ko ni ko pesete valunga fulu ke hivanga fulu. Pesete pe e hongo fulu ko ngai mau mea tokoni e to tongi tau mau mea tokoni me ai. Kai ke kono o mai peka tiki tau toke tau te whakaukau to ki sionge ke ngai mau mea tokoni family, sionge ngai whae ke shopping o mau mea tokoni, tau mi ke mohe whanau, tau mi ke nau taafia TV kana wako na ngai le soni ngai me mahu inga te tongi tau mana tua he taimu tau no foi no muri ko ni pe tau fenga ke tau tupolak whakalaka ke mua tuunga tau iai whaka tuasin whaka tamai ka maa whoke whakalotu whakalau maari malo apito
Alo apito kingi pea tai rigo ke paenga Vake Tali Folau malo tu time ke mea mai ke paenga pea whahoko e polo kalama tukma ilo i peo ke lere mai pea mi soreiki mamao ga whamalo ke au rei mai pe ki provon ka koe whewhalau aki pe e whatongia pea moe whinga pe ke whakakato ai polo kalama koe niku o stalbe whotu tau ene ni mai niku aloa kene ono me fitu e ta lere mai he paenga o Vake Tali Folau substation ko ia Soreiki whamalo atu tau hoka tai pe ke ngahi whehu i ko ia pia me he wike kua osi mo topic tatau pe whekau aki pia moe mo ilere i ko ia ai mafu koe taha ngai wheu i nei tuku mai i he kau e tau kakai maari o Facebook ana tau ka kore mai pe oua mua te ke tuku atu ku hingoa he paenga kai tuku at pe u wheu i iyo o tuku at pe ho wheu i ku mo taulu ko ia ku mo eke mai o mo wheu i mo text mai ke vau noa taha tau taha noa wha noa ono noa pe koe messenger pe a whapam pea whakauka rewa wheu i he taim polokama, kai tuk pea ho hingoa au. Mahari au pita kakai. Aia koe whehu i koe ni nei, pēn pakos hai a whehu i koe ni. Aia o ku mahu inga ni ai mo uilere i koe ai mafu. Koe pau pēa rewa wheu ini. O kuiai ai ngai u mea unau share Facebooka, o pehe tamatoki tāia taha o kai ke sai a kai e te mata. Pehe tokua ku iai e whanki lectins he te mata ne hanga o uesia ai mo uilere i koi hatau ke te. Pea koe kore mai ki ai, kore ang mua ka tau taking langi whai maa ki whamala awa ki ai, ka taki whamore more. He unau saia na tolu, he kai e te mata. Sanuisi pe koe haka e, hanau mei polo ake te mata. Oni,
Koe. Koe whakawawa pite whehu i koe ni ka toton peke mahina ka tiki tau tolu koe lectin tea koe ngai mea peia uhanga he fu te mata whakao ngai kono inga pe koe whenga fu te mata ia ke survive, he? Pe whakao ngai lewa ngai lectins koe ni a whanga ki kemikare koe ni ke ni hanga o resist ake whanki insects una omu ke me tokoni me te mata koe whenga pe ke survive ko me whana tula pe ia ko mai na tula koe whenga ke survive aki mea mo ui ko toa pe kaua e te mata mo lectins mo ngai hakau kehe pe koe tau sio koe ki ai o ku moni apito pe ia koe lectins ka pati ta nga haka te mata o se apito lectins ia kai ke te ha lectin so inactivate tau pito pe ia ako hinga ke te mata ko o mata malava pe si noia ke ne hanga o ai ave te mata pe ne hanga o to me ale le ta ko te mata nga nutrients ko ke fra nga ke te mo ile le ka ko me to ton pe ke imagino que te tau tol ko dosage o ku mahuinga pito ke taimi te kai fu lahi ai te mata tau pepe ke kai lahi apite te mata o i kai ke haka i kai ke sai ka koe uhinga kai lahi mau me tokoni fu lahi me te mata koe ne mau me tokoni pe ma whahinga me a kai o fu lahi e kai ke sai ta tau ai pe au pe ke te mata koe hangai koe lectins koe he te mata moni apito pe ia kai ke tahanga to my lectins ke da hanga o whaka tatau ia mga nutrients ma kehe le au pitu ma me te mata aia koe tikai ke tau sio ta tori ha ta ku mate ko kai ma me to kon me te mata
Koia.
Ko mea koe ka usai ni siu na uilo ki mea si pepa na uwhenga ke blow up e taimi lahi ka koe anga koe tau siu a tau tolu tau pe tau tupu i tonga te ki hata hea mate te mata koe ngai mea koe au hanga pehisi no ia whalelei pea ku lahi ange benefit ia kuma umi ai I he mea kui kai ke I mea lectins ko tau maa koe me te mata ka ngai ku whamata koe nai ka pate tau ki haka tau toluia e te mata o se apite lectins ia he pea ku mou whamu lele o te pete mata ka pete mata ia I he whahinga Vesta Polo to tonu ke tau maa me te koni me iai kui ngai ke tau mou lele ange
Koia.
Kai ke koe koe ki whakalawalawa te peke whehui ko whaka whehui lahi au pito e gulahi au pito he ngahi podcast e kau tamatu ka tau na o hake te mata o nau pehe ko fume alahi e ka tau sio pita turia ki ai common sense pe ka pana na COVID e mata ko lahe mate ia e ko lahe aputu e kai ki hata hea tau tolo tai kai te mata ma te koni me te mata ka koe mea pe ke mahino ka ti tau tolo ko whahinga mea rerei o ka paiti tau mai to kone fu lahi e kau kou pia ka ti tau tolo pau peke tau whaia ke pefa fufu rerei taha
Koia. Aia kono e taha ua te ke kai hafufu puha te mata. Ai peki fu I te mata e ua pe tolu pau haka aki o me I moa pe koe haa pe mea pe ko haki ai hoki lo ika.
Kaya.
O kurerei au pito ia. Pe kou saia pe whakeo kingi he ai mau pe hak sanuisi ko ai mau pe foi te mata kosi ki ai hu mo a voka o nion
Ki o ngai Vesta Polo ko ia fu mahu inga pito pe a whakamau le leia ke sino
Koia na tau tupe fok tau toi tonga na e te mata vao ai ake whanki I lu I uta
Koia
ka pau na koe mea au kuhangi ko lau koia kau toki tā koe aku fua loa e tau mate tau me tau whangaku I he. Koe ai ho e ki muha amata pūre, koe tali e tuen ke whehui, ulaki whehui koe ni, haka peho te mata, le koe kai whakafua pe koe te kai hafu puha.
Te mata fuki afu fui fo bito he aga ki ota
Koia.
Aki ota alukia te mata mo nioni me.
Si.
Mo ki me kare me whaki spices ko ia,
Koia.
Kaure rea pito po ka whangi spice ko ia e fu matoa ki whamuile lea pito ke sino.
Ko manama si fulahe tatano ke kai e ngari fia kai e. Ka wifu au pita te mata te haka ake te. Au tau pehe pego ki I ka hau ki me I pulu si I pe haka ake te mata o nioni ka loti polo
Ko mea mahuinga ia ke ai lahi Vesta Polo
Koia
lahi koe Vesta Polo ko lahi e nutrients pa ko lahi e benefiti ho mau mea toko ni ki a koe
Koia
ki me I ka ia ki me I ka sisia pito pe ia koe ke fu me I ka lahi ke o ta ka koe Vesta Polo ki me I niu ko kau I he kahi mea mahu inga ke he moulelei
Koia koe moulelei ia koe e mafu fe mau e tā mau pe mafu ke tufa mau pe ai toto ke ngai feitu ke kehe sino whawhanga ai ngai feitu koe pa te moulelei ai pe Koia hokat koe kinga toki kumia ke
Ala pito koe hange koe ngai whamatau koe na awha koe tau talano fuke na awha ke mafu. Ke mafu koe tau whenga ke moulelei taha. Tau whenga ke whaka holoki au pito ngā koe. Tau ke saturated fat. Tau wilo pe taimi tau sioi ke ha mea fu ngako. Tau sio pipikia he orisi koe o he kulo. O tau ilo pe koe ngahi adhesive forces ko ia koe ke sai mea ta tau pe ko hoko e nehanga whakauri e horisi koe ka lava
Koia
pe alu ko fulahi pe whakatupu whakatamakia po ke taim ko alu I whakatamakia ko pā o ke pā koe ki whakatamakia I he loto ngā koe lele koe ato tau ne formulate e ki clot
Koia
pe koe alu koe clot ko ia alu ake ke uto o guia ko stroke,
Koia.
Pa koe alu ke mafu to vilo ma be ke mafu to bloka ko mafu o guia ko heart attack. Ka ko same process pe,
Koia.
Ai ko tau whenga ke mau me to koni ka whainga me to koni ku neanga whaka o pou ia mo uilele mo lele a to mo uilele a mafu ku nga ke pamu to ke me mi po to pesi no to ton pe ke tau tokanga apita pito ke whainga ngako ko ke saturated fat ai ko whainga ngako ko ia ton ke tau tokanga apita ke ai o upe ke ngahi ngako e afa whanga ilahi ngahi whae ke na kuki ke vegetable oil
Koia.
ko vegetable oil ko vi apito ia e whakaonga i koe ke ngahi ka pau ke whakaonga i mea si pe ka whoki pe ke ngahi whaunga mau mea toko ni ue whakapaku ka e lava pe ke haka pe lava pe ke peike mea kai ka ku toton pe ke tau tokanga pita pito ke ngahi whae ke hano teu ngahi mau mea toko ni ko ni ui ngā ke mo ulele whakamiri ka whamama o me mea fu ngako whamama o me mea masima whakamama o me mea fu lahia ia ngahi elemeniti o mau me toko ni ku kai ke sai ke sino ko famu le ke sino
Koia ko fehu hono wa ia ki pena tolu. Ai alewa ku mo pehe mo o kai ke sai ai vegetable oil,
Koia.
Sai peke te whahokat pe king ke mahinu ka tik tau tolu ho eki mo he amata puli. Ai lolo ko sai ko ki ngawe aki.
Koia. Koe mahina pita fehu i koe ni pa ku aonga pita ke tau ilo ki ai. Koe alu koe vegetable ko raw vegetable ia mo ngai vegetable ko ha o ngaton pe ko mina tu ai tau pe ko ke process pe ko kai ke refine ke refine ai ko ngai vegetable ko tu ngai ko tau fifia u tau sai ko ke dana ke tau me kai ko ne alu ko na process ko ai vegetable o na nga squeeze o to na to lo fiber afa kana o mai pe lolo ke ha o ngaton pe lolo ke fa ko me ia o tupunga uhinga koe o ku i kai ke mo uilelei ai. He kui kai ke hau i he whahinga ke he natula o kuhanga e natula o mai ai e lolo ko ia i he vestapolo. He te tau mau mea te koni me vestapolo ai e koe fresh vegetable pe ko cook vegetable ko taimi ko ku no hanga ko squeeze ko to kato e faipa ka ai ko lolo ata pe ko no hinga me ko ke sai ko tau sino unga pe ko fa ko o sino e natula o ku ia pe ngahi me o ku lava he sino tolerate pe ngahi me ko ke lava sino tolerate sai ko no hinga me ko hanga he ka business ia yo o whainga whaunga koe ni. Pena hanga whaka o nanga tolo o advertise koe vegetable oil. Ui ngā koe tuu pia vegetable oil, automatic pia whanunga kakaia pia tōku sahi.
Koia.
Ko kai ke ele nā tolu ia, koe concentrate koe whahinga lolo ia koe ia, o tō apita whaipa, ka hau e lolo ia o hau ata ape ke whahu ke sino ko hinga mea i kai ke le lei ai,
Koia.
Tau talano pika he tau ki formula ki equation koe na tau talano ke ki moa ko healthy diet equals plant food, unprocessed, unrefined,
Koia.
minus the quantity animal food plus refined food plus processed food. Aia koe refine mo process ko ne hanga ia o koe processing koe ni o vegetable o mauai koe alolo uhinga koe whehui koe ni pe tau pepe koe hau koe aia koe hau ngahi pisinisi una hanga na tofa ka e mea koe ni ke na hanga o concentrate pa na hanga o whao he ngahi hina pa na tuku na tolo lau mahina afa
Koia.
yourself unga ke available ke kakai ke mo fa tau ke mai na pa ngai
Koia.
a ko tau tala no tau tol he tau pol kalama ko ha fa hinga ma me to koni mo ulele taha ke si ka nga ke na uilo ki ai ka fa si le va me ko ka ke mo le fa mo le ka fa la me au fa mo le
Koia. Ko pe mo la he opito ngai vegetable oil na te hanga na tolo mix mo ngai u me ke ki.
Koia.
Ko ta fu ke ngai palo pale ma.
Koia.
Pe ko pe ia ke te au ko ngai pe coconut oil I heni pe ai pe mo avocado oil pe ko olive oil ko me ko lolo ia tolo ko ngai ka pa ai ha me.
Koia. A ko ngai fra ngai ka afa fangi ki lolo ko na lo lele au bito ko mana tu ko ai fra fu lele si fe unga pe ia.
Koia.
E ke sai lava be sino tolerate ka ko ai go fulahi e ka ke sai
Koia.
Probably tau sio ki americani he tunga ko american unga fulahi with the refine mo process me akai sio ke fua ko kakai ko ke na sino lele
Koia.
no sino mama hake apito
Mona. Ai ko ni lahi penga hange pe ko suka na tau fa ta no fo ki ai.
Koia.
Ui fo ki tau tol ko suka kula.
Koia.
Pe o vale pe ko ase suka hina. Ko suka kula o kai ke lan kula suka ka ko ui mahalo ko nei. Hange pe o ko asi lan kula.
Koia.
Ka ko taimi ko to o e fai pa go me ngai me o lave ko ki a kingi. Pe mo le wa hono mo i le rei ona ka lan hina. Pe te fratu ta makiang e suka he taim ko ia.
Koia. E taim ko hu mai ko suka hina ko tau sino danga spike ngai hormone la
Koia.
Ia tau sino kai ke o gui kai ke mo lele. Kai ke ko hai me ma huinga ta wako ko ngahi me fu merie ha me suka he suka hina ton ke tau tokanga pita ki ai afa ko ne tu ko tai mini e na honga ko fo ka we suka he ngahi kemikale kona taha utau fea moia
Koia.
ko suka metabolize ko suka afa o ka holo hange ko silo una hange brother mo sister pe na fu va afi au pita na ua ko ia ko hinga ke si kainga ko no honga fra nga ilahe suka ko hinga e kau fra nga ilahe nga business a fa suka ko no nga ke na hanga o fra nga ia mana tu ka tama physics ko ka tama physicists na me fai ko hanga o fekumi hanga i fonga te na hanga o fra nga ia nga me to koni ke ma o hapa anga lahi ka sisi na fa more ai ko me leva una fa na na to refine o refining ai me ko ni o aluia o ke na fra anga pe ko me leva hoko o ku fra mo to na dole fiber ka tuku ke shelf life ko ngahi ma me to koni ki fu loang
Koia.
ka ko mahino pe ka tikita to lukainga hanga ke tau ki equation ni ko ki moa ko ngahi me au to tonu ke tau muy ki ai ko do's o we ko bet equation na tau ai ko breaking off the fast ai pe ma tau ki fast o ta he week o ki ai ko exercise pa pe ke tau exercise ki minute tolu no he aho al ki minimum ala ke ho taha ko lu pe ke lo to fare afu ko sma upe exercise le ai
Koia.
ko diet u tau fe mau ke tau fe kumi ki ai ko diet u ke ka kato a fana tulai a fiber ko ngai mau me to koni mo ulele ta haia
Koia.
pe ko no faka si leva ke tau mohe ke tau mohe hoa valu foi hoa wa fa pa ke tau mohe ta hoa valu ka kaia pe na tu na mohe pe hoa fa pe sai ka ba na mohe hoa fa he po uri to don pe ke na ki nep hoa fa he aho ku nga ke faka ka kato na mohe hoa valu he hoa wa fa ka ba ka ia te mama ki ko e ka ia ta haia te hanga o mohe pe hoa fa pe mo uile le o pe sini mata pure pe o ha pe o sio makateo tama ko ni tama poto apito ka koe ne pehe kai ke lava ia mohe hoa valu ki mohe pe hoa fa a yo kai ke te lava ia mohe pako advice ko ke to ta ko ni sanga pe ke te foko nap pe ka pai kai pe ki mohe aho ke whakakakato pe hoa valu kui ngā ka lava sino i o whae nga we ko whenga ke mo ile leipa mo i wholoa we e ka inga ko popope ka ting mo tolu ko breaking of the fast paupe ke hau ki au kai mana tu ko mohe ko hoa valu po uri ko fastia ko swai whanatula pe ia au to ton pe ke to ki toia tu ke ki hoa hiva pe hongo fulu he aho e to lele nga wa ka tu ta to la hi na ka ke na ma me to kon na to ma me to kon pe ke of ke ta wa pe ma me to kon pe alo mo he ai ko foi ma me to kon to wa pe he aho o ki ka ha fa hinga fa sa indisia pe hinga fa to ta o to tonu ke ma me to kon to lu tanga ta I he aho ko ura ki kamata fa hinga fa ka ya ko kamata he ka kai business pe pe to don ke ai pe kani mo so sisi mo pancake mo ngai me ko he pong ia fa ngai advertisement ia ko fa ia ngai business u nga ke pe to ko he ka kai fe mau ke fa mau me to ko ni pong pe fa ka nga ia ngai mau me to ko he au pito ia me mo oni tauhi mo uile le ke sino Oye popoat bega te mo dolo e kainga kapate mo lava ki exercise et sai kapate mo lava o ki fast pe mo au kai o to le yange papa oleva te mo mohe hoa valu o to fu le au pito ia ai ko breakfast breaking of the fast the exercise the diet and sleep that's the do's ko ngahi me to don ke tau mana tu ke ta fa ke beds beds ko hareva ngahi me tau fe mau ke tau fa ai me ai ko don'ts ai ko DONT ko don'ts te tau ko don'ts leva ko tau mnemonic ai ko meats ko I'm sorry, the MEDS, MEDS, the don'ts here. I go M stands for meat, go E stands for eggs, go D stands for dairy, S stands for sugar. Kainga kapate mo manatu e gi foi mnemonic ko ni ke mo manatu ko bets ko do's pa ko don'ts ko mets e fu au nga lai au pita ka te mo tolu manatu ko suka o ku tu e tai mini ku fatu ta magi la kange o ka holo faka ka to afa ke mo ulele ko amerikani ko suka e fu fatu ta maki lai Pako na mo pe ngahi process me akai hange tau talano ke mo fra e mai o una et na do suka pako fa nga suka ko afu na fra nga e dai mi ko suka ko fructose ko ia ai ko ha ko glucose ko me foi a kau fra natula ha na do luia to glucose kana fra nga sucrose uroaki ko sucrose fu meri e fa ko ia Pea koe tau unehanga whakatolonga mea kai, whakatolonga mea kai ta whakoe koe e ka inga, koe atupeke mo ilo, koe taimi peo mo sio ka whahinga mea meria kofu maha package o whakatau he wharekoloa. Whinga ke mo whaheima, mo hanga lau e mea ke mahino ka teki mo tolu, mo ilo koe whonui he kakai businessi. Pako lele ko ka kai business e taimini ko na foka na predicted he taimini ko suka ai e kau he ngahi me a fratu ta maki lahi au bito he ka u e tau sio ko kia he ngahi me a ne fai ki he sino ko e tangata ke whaka mamahaki pe whaka no e ne mo ui.
Koia.
Kai ko ngai mea to tongi mahino ka te tau tolu ko bet ko dusia pe ko met ko don'tsia
Koia.
Foi mea fa ke dus mo manatui pa mo tanaki ki ai ko good family support ke dus ke taimi ko uno fa familia ko e tangata mo fefine mo ki fa na mo I foloange ke taimi ko fa ma vai ko ki na tolu no fo ke na ma te va veange me wasi ko studies pa ko me ko ke don'ts ko meet ta osilo ka to pe ko hano inga me ko ke sai meet ko ke ha fai pa ya afa pa pa ko ke ha fai pa ko ke from uile le ke sino pe ko eggs lahi a bit of protein ko animal protein ko ki me si pe ka sanga pe ke foki pe ke plant food ko dairy aia ko si afa mo hu a kau me ngai me pe
Koia.
ko whakaasi lewa ko suka to tonu e ka inga tauta te whita ke suka hina mo whenga ke whamama me ka pau ko aipe ko ki whaka maari pe ha te ki ipu lai mori e sa ia ka kono mea koe ke mau mea tokoni me lore mo asikirimi me ngai mea ko ia whasisi au pita Kone tu e tai minia o kai ngata pe ne covid ko tau sino au ke uto ne anga o thing o ne finga ke uto ke te become addicted ke suka ka gune hanga ia te fanga ki me au kai ki sai ke fomu le ke sino e tai tau mau me to ne me suka
Koia. Ko mea ko mari ia mau pe te ka pau te tau tokanga mau pe ke no lau e labels
Koia.
O kulahe ngai u product iau tamai all natural pe tamai te shave ki dai gau asa gay high fructose corn syrup
Koia. Koia, kunau ke scientifically afa te nau lava pe ke nau argue ma te ka kau tamani ka food engineers
Koia.
Manati te nau lava pe ke nau argue na to pe it comes from plants
Koia.
Mo ni fogeu hau e fructose sanga ke tau mau me to kon ko me apele ko melie ko ya fata glucose mo fructose na combine ke mau e sucrose ai ko ngai sucro fra naturale ai tau mau me to kon me ai ka pa wa me le o tau mau me to kon de fu over e ke sai ka te tau tolu
Koia.
Koia mahino e ko to ton ke tau to kanga apito e tau mau me to ni foki pe ngai mau me to ni tau fanga kuia fu me ta finga ko pe ko equivalence
Koia.
tau no fa fo nuani finga pe ke foki ke ko ne tu e tai minia ka pa ke to kanga ngai fa ia ke teu ngai mau me to ni ko me pe ha ko e victimize ki familia o pe ke fangi fa na
Koia.
Koia to ton ke tau to kanga pito ngai fa ngai ta mai ke tai mo mai mau me to fratau mai shopping grocery shopping mo tokanga pita ka ngai tafaki ko ni pe mai pe ngai fruits ke mau me to ko me fa nau ka wa fu la suka mo askilimi mo mo ngahi juice ke afa juice ke hanga ko ola ko ane nai ko olive oil ai usai ka ko me ke fa si pe wa fu la au pito mana tu ngai mea le rei o ku lava tau pehe le lei ke sino kai pe fulahi kai ki sai
Koia.
in the long run yes
O maari ma pe na hanga o fa hu mai fanki me ko ia
Koia.
si o lahi au pito ki high fructose corn syrup
Koia.
pe ko te si o ke high fructose corn syrup o ku ko me ku piki au pito ku hiko lahi ko suka ia
Koia. Koia. Tau si o pe ka pau ko hawhainga mea ko afa ku fulahi suka tau ilo pe ku ki hange ki piki
Koia.
ku adhesive forces o de hanga o piki ke tau sino mo ngai mea ko
Koia.
ngai mea tau ngai aki pa tau ilo leva ko ngau ia suka pa alo mea ta tau o hoko ko ke ngahi kālawa o tāna ke pe ke ngahi adhesive ko o holise kālawa o tāna ke pe ke whatupu atherosclerosis mo ngai mea ko ia
Koia, wala. Au to ton ke tau wakama pe ke tau ilo a ngahi u leipolo, potohono lau e leipolo.
Koia.
Toi tānaki mai ia ki hoko ia ko e iwi lahi ki o whinga e mo uile rei a ho whāmiri.
Koia.
Taki i boss time no he king, kai tuka taki fo I whasi ke tau whaka mapa gega tatak whoki mai,
Okay.
Ia.
Mala.
Sending this one out.
Hey!
Whamalo pito hoik mo e hamta pule se mo tu taimiga mo mea mai ki he paenga o e Vake Tali Folau I he aha whakakoloa koe ni o na ngalo koe aha whukie ni Valentine Day te mo tolu ko ia o mo mea ko ia e whanua I kare o na ngalo ke hanga tweet o ofa anga pea whaha ke te ia o ke mauha ofa ke te ia ka ku tau wholo e tau nofo muri pea ku mai taimilahi ko te whaha koe ki o tohoa o te ofa ke te ia o kai ke haki mea ofa kai ke fuloko maho inga maari ki hani kai ke ai au tau wanga mau pe ki he ave ai hoa ki wharekai uhige o na toi hela he teu e mea tokoni kai ofat ke teki mautolu pe o na ngalo mo ngahi ofanga ke hanga o tahu rei ki nau tolu katau whoki mai hene o kamata ki ta talo me tau taimi kingi whoket pe taimi ka koe
Malapito afa e whenga maari e whiawhini ke ta talanoa ke ngai mea mahuinga o te tonu ke ta tokanke ai. Ngahi whae ko loto peke ki whakamanatu peke te ki tau tō. O ka pau ke whemau ke mou rere ho whanau, pena o rere e nau wako. Ta tau pene kamata pene elementary o hake ke high school o ke college. O te tonu peke ke aha o whenga ke whaka muulelei e mau mea to koni ho ki whaamiri. Tau pepe ko o kua lao awha uhinga ia tau ilo pe ko Amerikani ko kakai muulelei ta aia ko kau Seventh Adventist
Koia.
Kono uhinga nau tau hena tole a lao ui ko lao poto I he māmonga. Pa ko Section 89 ia ko whekumi ko I ai awha ko na ungau I Hawaii na ngoi ki na u moonlight ki Whalemaki ko Castle Hospital. Ko Castle Hospital ko Whalemaki o Seventh Adventist,
Oh.
Pana okay. U whanongo he lecture ka tamatu ka tā koe ai. Na hanga peo pou I lahi ai lai poto. Kai ke te ai foki fu ilo lahi ke tunga koe ni. Pana o alu pe eke ki he tamatu ka tā koe nende whai koe lecture. E tamu Dr. Weaver,
Koia.
Pero eke ai ko mo mau me fe whakamatala koe ni, Paka ni siuka kau pe tau mai. O ke ilo e koe kingi mea koe ia. Ni ilo whako hau me lai pia whakafuafua e matapure koe ta monga au. Pane tala mai koe nau mau lao e poto lao ko whao ngai koe Seventh Adventist koe mau ia me Section 89, o to ka te rine mo kai foka wa kai ke ko fe tu ma me mo oni ton ki tanga o mai mo ni ko fa nga ku nga ke tau benefit me ai ko fa kau ya kai ke ko me ko na tala mai nga ta ula hin ya fa me ai tala mai to ta ko ni tau pepe wa tau fa nga fu ka ko si ko ke outcome in the long run do it I mean o ko ka 7 advantage mo le ta according to a study go fai go America ai na no fe tu ko Loma Linda California ko na dolo na alo ta te au a Alaska na no fo ko mo fai nga tu unga ko to ton ke na uia hange ko me go fo mata ko la po to ko kai ke inu o ka holo kai ke ifta paka o kai ke inu kava o kai ke ko mohe fia pe a bongia me tau hiko ana tolu ko ke ngahi ma me to ko ni fu le au pita kai ke ko fika u aki mo le ta ko hai fika wa af ko fika wa ko ka Chinese American Chinese na om ke ni lo pega na ngahi ma me to ko ni te sio pegi ta ko ki supo pe mo me ko fa ki supo mo vesta polo lahi ya pegi me meat ke flavor pe na algo ki Tonga foi ngai mai na ko si ko me ta tau e sio ko ngai de ke fa stati e Tonga ka ko sio ko i Tonga ko me ta tau pe Tonga ko ka ta ma 7 advantage ago na to kanga ko ke muy ke na la ko mo ulele una muy lele na to ta tau pe fo mo ka kai ma mo nga ai una muy ko ke ngai la ko po to ke vai valuhiva ko to ka te ni mo kai fo ka wa mai me ma winga pito ia tau te fito ke eria ko ne ko faka kaunga tamaki ai o ki kai pe ke te ha fainga la o ia mo uile rei afa e to le rei yang mo faingo fu ke mahino ke kakai ko to ape tau ene fang tolong fu tupe ku practice heni uta mo ko hanga advertise pe ko hanga o a ko e ko pesini ke na nofo i he tunga ko ni ko la e poto o ka pau pe ko ke na u ses mamong o ke heia ko me ko hinga au ai fa hinga me fa ingo fu ata e lava ke wa ko ke ko pesini ke na to nofo fa hinga tunga te na mo ile le mo fo lo angai ke ko me ko nga format manat ka tina tu pu na wilo pe ka kai ko ke na u sia tais ko ke na mamong ka kai ku siriana ka kai ku ahafitu ka kai ku buddhism ka kai na u alu ke ngai lotu ke ka ko talange ko me ko talano ke ko hai me te ke malava ke fai ke fa mo I fo lo ai ko mo family ko ki lao mahu inga nu pespe ta mo ko ngafa mahu inga ko o fahinga tuunga ko ni mo me ko ku formatala mai pe ko o mai I fahinga rea mahu inga pe to fu mahino abita ngahi lea ku fa ngai ki vai ko nu pe ko conspiring men tau tokanga afra fra si ha conspiring tau sio ge tai mini ko conspiring men ya fula ya pita ka kai physicists ai no foko I ngai business ko o me kai ko conspiring men ko na ngai me ko nu ta matala ge ngai me una fra ngai hange ko fructose high fructose corn syrup ko ngai me una fra ngai una uilo fo ko hanga e fainga me ko ni o trigger ata mai ke become addicted pe fe kumbi ke ma o fainga me lie ke na winu ma pe ma o ya na mai sota mo ngai me ke ko to pe ko ye o me ko to tongi mahino ka ti ta to lu e kainga ko tau pe ko fainga la ko mahino ngo fu ka ti ta to aia ko conspiring men ko a honi ko tokola ha pita conspiring men a ka kai una fa heke ka kai e ngahi uhinga ko paanga te na uma o la yang ka hilia ko ngai me ko ni o ikuanga e si mate fa mo tamai mo fa nau o ki family ko ki ai to donge mahina ka ti tau to ko ifta paka inu kava ko o ka holo nga tamate fangi seo atamai ko ifta paka un fratupu kansa la hita tai mini ko me to ton ke mahino ka ti tau tolu ko timo kofi ko pe no me kai ke lelei ka ku to la ka tu ta na pe ko ia ngai phytonutrients e ngahi tawhaki koe ni ka koutui le rea ngai peka pade tau whai tau alpeta toke tau lai mori mo tau lai moe ngā lo tau lere ki tau tolo ai ku pau pa ai peo ai ki hua niu o ki whaka tulu i pe o whaka flavor aki ka tau lere ki tau tolo ia i ngahi tūnga koe ni mea tau to tonge mahinu ka tiki tau he ki la ko ni afa ko mea ko mari he ki la ko ni ne pe ki mo tolu te mo mui ki he ngai la ko ni ulo ki te mo le apita mo atamai he
Koia.
Atamai ko fangi whanau ko ngai whae ka pau mo whema ke poto mo whanau le heni he mea ko ni ka mo sio ke pa ko mea fra mui lewa una upehe mea hau e fra fai la ko ni den hanga o mai tapu aki e fra la ka angel fra wa afa he
Koia.
ta usio nge afa ke angel fra wa e ta wa fra sai ni se dai mini ko angel fra wa i Amerika dai mini ko hara tek mo strokes
Koia.
to ko fa fe a ko tope ko sio gai ko no hinga ko ma ba to ko ni ta usio ke la ko ma ba to ko ni meat dairy mo eggs pe mo suka ko me hoko ai ko lahi heart attack mo stroke Amerika taimini o alu pe Afrika te lahi ang ko hinga me anga ko ke taki por kalama ke ta fanga o fra mama fa i heni to don pe ke foki ka to kakai ke na tonga mo ui ma me atokoni atonga I taimi ko e
Koia.
alu ke refined food by processed food fu fratu tamaki lahi pa hoko ia o whakano no ke mo ui tau alife dai nimi me vango fu tupu o fitu nima tau life expectancy that's not good fu kovi au pita pa tau tolu afa ku tau taki maman ka to he mamaki he dai mini ko me ai algo e tau whakamore ko ke whaito o I Amerikani tau whakamore lahi tahape riunga lahi tau whakamore me ufonua ka koe algo ke outcome koe tau mo le tau whika tolu fitu ki tau tolu tau whika tolu fitu tau siu ki ai ko hae me tau whakamore lahi ai ka tau whika tolu fitu he mo le ai o kai ke tau mau pare o mea ko tau totongi ki ai ko hano inga hufo ke kakai business mo kakai una hanga fra nga ngai mea lahi ko tu ko tai mi toko lahi apita ka tu tau na finga ke na a ko ia na ka patience ke foki ke he mau mea toko ni pe foki ke ngahi mea ko ni ta formatala ta wene ono ngai ko lau ta formatala ke foki ke ngai mea fra na tu lahi ko ngai mea fra mo lelei kai ke ngata pene ma ka tu mo lelei pa tu poto ange whanau, pa te mo ufolo ange mātua, I he tau nofei tunga koe ia. Kai ke he awha koe ki lava dupe, ki tunga koe ni ka pa kua hatu e whehui, lava peke ta ki whakaosiaki, pa koe kai, pa koe ngata angaia ki Bohe fia fini, pa koa ngai whehui, o mai ngai whehui, pa pai kai to tali peke he ta pokalama hoko mai, he wiki ua me heni, au whakamalo ata ki mo tolu malo apite whawhanongo mai ke pokalama e fia fini, pa whaamu pe ia ha tokoni. O te mo futokanga ki he repetition, because repetition is the law of learning. Te tau moako, pe ai pefo I taimi, e kliki ai, o tau sio ke mama o mo oni, to ton ke tau mui ai, pa kataki pe kua nga o atu e I lao e poto I he sesma monga ko pe pe to ton pe ke ai pe ke mahino e to lahi ati mo to fano mai o mo fano mai ka mo au ke ses ko ni to ton pe ke mo mui he ki pe se ta mo konga ko ni ka mo le yang mo mo to ko to ape te mo access o mo ki iPhone ko mo le ai fo pe ke iPhone DNC 89 asi ha ke ki vahe pe koe ki pesanga ulau pespeta mo konga ka koe ngahi mo oni frasai nisi koe mo fra mo uilelei e ki foi peseta mo konga koe ni o kulaka I ha te whainga mea ko wilo a te whainga tohi o ko wilo I he malai o whaito o I Amerikani
Koia.
malo apito
Pea malo apito king ko e lava e ta proklama ki he fiafin toi whawhi at peke mo tolu ho weki mo hamata puri ki he wiki hono whākoia o e mahinani proklama tatau e pe mantui wike ua mo wike whaa pure lulu katoa pe e whakahoka toi pe proklama mi substation koia i Salt Lake City, Utah ka stream live at pe mi Provo, Utah o whaat ka teki mo tolu pe a tau whinga ki tau moile rei kofua pe koe mafu en ko tui koe wike ka koe proklama hoko mai mahalo te tau hiki me he mafu ki he maa pe koe hape hakonga toi konga kehe ki toi tokoni ki he moile rei pe toi whakamala ala e toi māmangi ki he toko taha kotoa pe malo au pito kingi ai tokoni ki he paenga i he whiawhin tuke hua to ki fo i whashen ba tau toki taitari ke proklama hoko mai i ha mini te ua pe tolu mi hen malo Io.
L'ho fatto.
Oh,
golpes recuperé. Filico e mata Folau Vake e mahilo a eku opa e te koe.
Siku bahia opa alohi Olohia kiti maya koke opa mohoni Eko kute kahika akisi e tabalumisi Papai holo tona kateu e italiani Opa mohoni Madu kill imisi
Saya pikir itu kuat mata foi fase tahan katau mau le Yesus katau tak foki mai.
this video. Siguro this week.
My client before the first test started, the more market is automatic set up. So I just thought, I didn't know that
I don't know if this thing is still going on to this day. Siapa yang programnya Pak?
Malo pito hoi kuma hamsa pure mo tukai do mo mai tukai ngai Vake Tali Folau. Mito hoka floa koi. Pea ta hoka te ko ma fala si. Katak pa mo nai. Follow ai lere ai. Programa ko ia pelula ki mamao ka ko e programa faka osien pe mo e tahini kaumea Valentine ko ni Lavinia tai tari se ko ke paenga Vake Tali Folau substation ko ia sore ki ka e stream live mai leva pe mi provo Nia
Okay. Ahora que tú más ataque la ku. Am I on?
Yeah, o PowerPoint is on.
Oh, sai. Kalau pergi amata. Sai kaya ko famalo fo ko ha ko pangabali kan ko mau para tap para apa dari motor la mo fara kamata maki proklama ne fa ko para pe motor ko ta pe ko me mai he pa ai pol. Ai mo los lade pe ta mo he poli ko education pe ko yako. Pe te pai pe ngai ngai para to lahi ko kami ai hoko ya te agwe hai ai ba winga yako.
Koya.
Ai ko tapira ko tapira ko tato la tai mi tawa tawa ka ki ako ka ko ako ko hangeta no fakatao ke kita to o hange ya ko hano o hi po hano o hake time ta ke vale ai ako ya ke pe ke ta fula pe ko fula de ko ki ako pe ko poto o ko fakatao pe ke me ko manginga ko mana he kasi hoba ko kamataan ay poto
Koya.
Taka ko foki kainga kami ko tata nak hangai uni lelei pe ta hango ko pe ta ke ki he kahau pe ha me ho he kahau he aku pe ni hia ko ya ko be kamole tai ne ki ta ko kamole tai pe ni ko ya ko ke ma pe hanau ke lelei Pea apa ni ihi ta mua kunya ke lau ke pehe pa pewhia e na matua. Koia, o tau ka koia ako, ko ha mea ngā aue, pe ko ha mea tau mahu inga ia, ke te hanga whakaau ngā i te whanonga koe he mo ui koe ni, o te utewa tohoto hala, ki he hanga hele te hanga i mo i he kahau. Koia. Pea aku patau pehe ko hape ma ko ke ako ko tali pe ke ma ke ako to ta ko to pe ta ni he vale pe o ki to ke ko ya ni ta mu ala la hi fa ma inga pe ka aki mo ya ako he aya ko patau pehe ko four purposes of school aya ko uraki pe ko te pe pe para Tonga paho mereka ko de paho para Tonga ko ako ke mau hatu unga para mai o klere para ko wa au ngai ke tu unga para politikare ai fonwa para society ko no tolu ko socialization pero ko gana peohi para anga ko no pa ke tu unga para economica pero ko no la nga ke mo no po pero te ha ke para la ka tu unga para paga
Koia.
O lako ke tawako ia ngai ponga ke. E lako ke tawako lo kiako. Ai ko formal education. Pero kai ngata pe ako ia lo kiako ka klela pe tawako ki tu apa mi lo kiako. Ai ko informal education ia. Ka tu me ke kilaresia Kia koe oe, he kataha ke pai ke oe ako I loki ako ko formal education, pa mo ako ko ki tu a mi loki ako ko informal education. Ko loki ako tau ilo ko ta pena tal tau ako hake me tau preschool, ala kai pe tau university, o kuai ngai ko tu. Pa kuai ngai takai, o kuai ngai lao. Pa kuai ngai palan, pa mo takai ko ma fa ngai. Paralel oe api ako Whakahoko ako whanau ako, pake na maa na toi poto pe unga, pera ko na os, ma teu na os pasi ngahi, teu ngahi poto ka atamai, o fia maa ki na na whakahoko ngahi mea koe ni.
Koia.
Paka ku, hako ku lava tu koe koe, e ako ko ku lava ke tau, whakahoko koe loki ako, pehe ni o koe ke mahu inga, ako koe loki ako, ka mahu inga, nuna koe ngahi kalasi o koe ngahi whakahino, o whakahoko loki ako pe, o koe lava whakahoko ki tu, hange koe ni, paweha kalasi pika, ta pehe algebra, o ku, kai ako na ia pitua, kai hataha he mai koe te whakahino koe ko pau ke pai hataha na osia koe ki ai pe au ni ngau he lo ki ako ki na koe ai kalas koe ya
Koia.
ka koe koe pe koe ana koe ni oe ako ki tu a he o ku o peke o ba tau pe ko pe ha ko ako ki to pe ha fonga fomo he ku ika ke ana ko tu ye ki ai te ako pai te liha pekita, pero te lau tohi, te lau konga, te ako I pehe tohi ko ia. O hange pehe ni, pai liha na book smart. Na lahe na ilome na poto, ko ngaka na lau, mo na wako he mea ko na lau he tohi. Pero wai ni iha na pako me hata, iha na hanga whakahino kita, ko hanga kita o whakahino taha ko ia. Pea lawa pe que te sio ia painga ngā ue pa te poto ai, pa te pekare ke te ako, ke te ilo mea koe o te ako ki ai, pa te lawa ke te pai mea koe ia. He hake para tapen ka pau ko aha ngā ue ko whenke poto ai ka heka tuitu mono, ka koe ke poto, ko pau peke, ai koe ak tau lere pene ako koe tua, pau peke ai ta, ke hango o ako I kita, ke lawa ke te poto e painga ngā ue koe ia. Pero aku la pero que calma pa moniti ya ko ko ki toa te alo pita fracción ai hino apa nga hangali ko YouTube o pa hino pa ki video ba ta me na la ba pai ko Skype pe ka pe he po ko ako
Koia.
Pe ko te la que te ako ko ki toa o la que te sio ki ha que paga lei te pega te tufi pe o te usio pe te tufi te pega pe que guapo que malo ai me atoya pe o pena te hanga ngata que pe ngata a ko ia mi lo que ako na la pa tu a ako pe ngata ako tu a la pe pa ako lo que ako o ma ina lo pe he ko taimi mo pa na mi fai que at niya na laba to ako te malungan na ba pa nga mitain ke paho ko atia ka ko me aku mahuina ko ke te hako kita ta mana tu pa ta ta mi ke ta mi
Eu que ai peta un minute me.
no pero hane ko te hane ko o paho ko ako kitu at o kumahu inga ke te loto maulalo que lava que ako ilelei kita. Ako tumalan pehen. Te tukuhino to poto, kapakawa tatamay mo to que hungo fua mai kahino hino. Hago ka lawa ikaw parang if you are humble, you are teachable. Koya ko ponga o pie ma kapatata pe tau ino ko to pe kapau o kute paya to hanu ako iha tata tala. he pe pia panongo mai pe tu man whakaukau pe se no ia pe ka mahu inga I he pe ako ake pe hei tu a ki ai e loto maalalo ala ke mahina mo fua.
Koia.
Te koe ku whakaukau ai koe pai ako maalunga taha pe I hatoe historia mamani ko ta whakamoui. Paka-ofa ni ponga pai ako ni pai ako pa ni ngawe ake ngahi tala whakatata parables. He ko janga pinga ke mahina mo fua. Pe he pe ngahi ako ko tau pai. He ai pe mo tau ki whakatata pahinga mea. Tau hango whakatata e ka mea whakatata ki hata. Pe koe ka te pinga pinga te tutu e ka re tau mea ke osna ostain. Sai, pe koe hokatu ki ai. Koe benefits of education. Koe ngahi lelei o ako. He?
Koia.
Koe whalu te taha pe ngahi lelei whakakatoa o ako ki he ke kaktogon ke kaktoa kakai. Uraki, tau hokai ko hatangata I whanua lelei. He? E ngau e ako. Hange peka tau tupai koe tonga, tau whanki kolo kehe. O ilonga pe kakai dai la lea e na wako o pai na pek na auto ai palala e na hok na to ka tai to ta tai fonua lele
Koia.
ya ko hok pe ai ko e to ko ne ke ma ha hanga o to lele e ko te ma e lo me poto te lele na ko la ke fa hoko la ko ke ako o fa hoko ai ke o te ilo hale ana pai ha me lele pe me he mea koe ako o kai ke lelei. Te ako ke te mamang ata mai pa lahi ane te ilo po te lelei ane ia. Lava ke solo hanga he palo parema I he te whaaunga I e whounga pe a mamahina ko ke mau. He patata ken hanga tai lahi tau whanau ke te lau ake an ihi pa hokai na palo parema. Pe hea te ni ko me tonu ke ako ke mama a whakaukau. He ko te lava ke mama te whakaukau. Ia hoko maa whainga paparema. Lava pe ke te hango o solo a whakarerea.
Koia.
Pika pā, I he mea kone nima kone o lerei o ako. O mai e ia ha society ia to ni lele o society ke to lele ya o hane ko ni society o gana ki ma o kakai he pa ke ma ni o lahi na mahino mo na wanga fonga ngawe mo na fonga ke pa hoko ake ngawe ke tau ngahi ki ma o tau to kakai I society hane ko ni society te ma to ke ta fai ako tau tufunga, tau mes, tau ngahi tunga ko ni, o kua ko ia. Pero hawa o whahanga ko ni society. Sai. Papewaha te hui pe hoko mai, pero tau ala tueni I he konga whakaosi, ko ai peo katikati peo mea ko ilo folo taimi, ko aia ko mea whamui lema, ko konga hongo fulu, ko haa uhinga mahu inga I ako. Pe koe te ulawe tahataha te peke te mautonu. Kane ku ulawe e tai tatau te peka peke to mea lalahi pe. E ku ki fuolo Sai ko ula ki o mai e ako aiongo o ke ngo I hane ke maha ke tawe patoga ke ngo ma o ha ata mai mau pe ha mo ui o ku nonga. Pe o waile lau pe no one can take your education from you. He ke lau ke hanga taha. Ko taimo ta pe ka mau ako pe whakailonga he ako atha o whakailonga pa matai tohi. Pe ka haa o mea whai ake matai tohi pe koe pahinga whakapare ko ia he ke lau ha taha a mea ma koe.
Koia.
Pe koe ka mea ke mai ke paho ko ako he hangai ko ni la pa aloma ha matai to la hangai pa nga mali ke hangai ngau le hangai la ke ai pero to la hangai mo hangai pa nga mali ke he te ilo pe kita I he taimi koku te ala whahoko hangawe, lele ia ke whahoko hangawe, matunga me lahi e te ako, mo ilo mo mahina o te mau, I he te ako ke whahinga ngawe ko iapo, whiri tuna whahoko e ako, kwa api ako ako ngawe, trade school, pe koe api ako na te alo ako ai ko university, pero hanga lako ki mapa, koe lako I loto, lako ako I tua, o kei mahuinga pe kei lau pe koe ako. Tonga na ua mahuinga e ako, o kunehango o mai ha te hanonga te whakakaukau whakatuunga whakapaana. Papa te pito I society ngai ahon o kulahi e au auhi, ke ngawe, high competition, paku me sio pe ngawe, ke han iu na poto ngawe, pena nga fe na poto ngawe, na wako, wai na ngawe I na hono te wate, na kau ngawe, ke na te hoka te na koa, koe na tau, ka hei mea te balunga ilo, me fonga ngawe. Pea keke ngatai, ka oku, tenko te akoi, I he tunga whakapanga, o te lawa le wa I le lei, e te sinini ko o kumaro. O te lawa I loi, e anga hana whakao ngai, mo e anga ene huki, whetuku huki ai, e anga he paanga ko eni. Maha pepe ni, sai pepe tau lawa I le mea ke whai a ki kau tole ne, e te lawa I loi, e anga hana ngau ake o e sinini. Kono tolu, koe o pia mau e ako ki he o te omoi o te kāwatu. Pe o te lava ke te omoi pe te hoko o tatau. Whakatatāpen ke mahina mo fua he society ka tanga api o te iai. O ku he tuhunga te rāka koe pa te whakapoto o lama te ki api, lama te ki mene. Pau te siwat, pau tau ila te ami ka kotonga o ku ki me mahino ane pehtaini mai koe. Anga tu unga koe koe no fo. I longa pe ni ina ako lele na lele. Ba ina tu unga ina mo ui ki whakalaka kea kai Amerikan. Hao tāta peke pongwani. Lahi ponga ia mo i ngahi whainga maari o e ako. I ako I whālo ki ako ki tua na poto. Ba ina ngahi ngā ue me tatau pe mo uia. Te soa pēwa nere ni pā. O miai mafuanga ni pa. Ko uhina ko pe o te lava o no o tu I tu unga tatau I society pe te lava te fieti ai te kawat te kawat lava ke. Pe lava ke tau ako me tatau ke tau whakapoto. Ko konga no wha o hanghe ako o whakangofua I mai e lava ke te ke te mo ui pe koe ia kita. He ka mo on, ko te lapu hae tu unga ako te iai, pe maha tu unga mo ui eva ko, o te maa tu unga he tu unga ako te iai, o te lava pe o tu, pe ke te mo ui ia kita. Pe au tau ataina anga e te nahi mea o te pai whakapanga. Koe ha te pai ko fua pe ka pau pe kia te ngawerei pa maha te sinini, o ku hange whakangata rea te nahi mea kita te mau. Kaya ko pe pakatawe pe kaya ke tola te pe alo eva feitu pe ke kako hange ako talamai pangofua mai ke te mo te mau atai na koya pakai paanga pa te lava fai pe te pili pe a e tai mo lava ke ha pe te fie te fai pe ke te no ke te tipeni hata ko ana ni ma o ku hange ako o whakahoko, we hange ako o whakahoko ai e te misi o ton, o moon, hoko e te misi.
Koia.
He koina koe, hange koe blawe koe ane nai, pa wai pene ki slide hena o ase koe ako, ko hamea tau malo. Hange ko te whamama whaia tu peia. He o ku lawa ke hange ako, o an kita ke te an ke mama o taha whainga mea te whai. He kuna hange ako o mai whakalotolahi pia moe atamai ni whiwhiri loto wimiri ke lava ke te alu ke he lahi taha pia moe maalunga taha mo le le taha o nga pahinga me la ke te hanga fai
Koia.
o no ko ako o kune o mai ke ia mama o ku to malu ange mo to le ia o ke ngata pe ki he whakatau taha ka o ku ka whakaloko loko fua whakakatoa ko hano ai aka
Ia ai pego kai ke ngata pe whakatau taha ka koe whakalukufua koe e kakai mo e whaamiri.
Whakalukufua
Koia.
Te ai ngā paramamani lahi. He, te ngā whakatata. He kono whakareta whapani o pe a safer world.
Koia.
He, ai kau whakamamani lahi. Pea lava ke hoko koe kau whakamamani lahi o ngā ki lava ke hoko di tau tōku hato. Ke hoko, he, mamani ka whetū to e melinoan. E tau ila pea ko mamalawi ngahi tau koe me ai ngai ke ni ko nga fa tu na fa pa na ke nga ta pe fa ma lai ko la pe ke ko fa ta ta
Koia.
Bea la fa ke pa ma ni to ni e ka kai ke na pa ma o me pa nga mo o yo kai ke malu pe he pa pa nga mo yo fa tu ta ma
Koia.
He ku ai ngai pe tu uia I mamani o ku kai hapiri e kakai. E tapiri te si kakai. Kai tau tu hiri na tau na siba. Kai nau lava na tau o maa hapaanga pe unga. Ke nau lava o ka hapi tu o kumalu. Kai nau fili. Pe tu nau iai ku nau si nofo pe hokai pe maha. He tau hata tape me tau hongesi. Hanya pe ko te ka mesis para ofa ke na ba na silin ke na mal hitu na ya tia pitu o ko ko ma o ha o fa papau ai o ko te kita ta ko ilo mo poto ma te ako o la fa ke pa mo ni pa fa ha e pa la ka tu unga e te mo ui he te ako pa mo ni loto he te ilo o te mau o lava me ke te ngo I toa ke te rea ke mea I loto he to loto me te whakakau pa I kai ke te itia he ka whakamoonia ka pau te hanga whakatonga I hataha o ku lahi I lome ne mahino ka pau o pai harea ka pai ngā taumua paka mea tuku mai te pai aha te aia ka te whatoa ki ta tahu lahi I lahi te inga mau peke ni whahanga I whalamatala te inga mau peke ni whaiha Tonga Tali keke I whia ia ai ko pehe o te ngoi loto lahi kita mo te ngoi o te pe unga ke te pehangai nai mo ha ngahi whakamatahati isho na whaiha whakapekiki maha ngahi poini mo ngahi mea koe ia koe balu koe ako koe konga ia society koe konga ia society pea mo tu nga ko o pe iai o whakapainga fua le pano whakakawa tu kita ki nofo whaka society he te ngoi hepena lama kane nai o te ngoi ku te kau atu kai ke te ngoi o ku te liekina pe ku te ngoi o ku kai ke aha to mahu inga pe ku kai ke aha hapala mai society ka kita te ngoi ko aha to auna te ngoi pe ngoi ako mo ilo mo hatu nga il bako pe te pieto kon I society to nian ike ko hiba o ku hoko ako ke lava ke tokonia o kai ke ihe tupu laki whakapanga whakaokonomika whakatau taha ka tokonia whakatoa he whakalukfua
Koia, whalukfua.
Hae koe ni o koe ka pare tau sio ka society, koe tawalahe koe ai kakai o kunau wako, laka hange ko laka nai o te tau hango, whakangatangata pehe koe ako I loki ako, koe ako, tau pehe pehe koe ni ihi kunau bateu teu, whakata mai. O koe le leangi ai ngahi ngā we, pea pe lahe whainga maari o ku mau he society ko ia.
Koia, mona.
Pea ke toni ia tau ngai family, tau ngai maheni. Pea pamui ko ne ho furu. Ko o hoko ai ko malu. E pa ko sai ko ni neke fu pa ka ki ai. He pe no lava ya ko malu kita. La taha ke anga ko te ilo he ki painga me. O hange ko ni kapau te alo o ai hanga awe ka te mau ke ai contract he ke aha pau. Pe o mai to he pau. Tau pehe peku o mai whakahoko mai he whakaparangi. He whakahoko mai to he pau ia he whakaparangi. Pāpate te lau to he pau, te mahino pe ikai, pe ke whakamooni ko he to he pau. He kapau pehe whakafo ngā aue. Pata mai he to he pau he tahato me o mai ngā aue ma au. O e piha pe, ko mea pe ko moto ke pai, pa ke tua ko ke i whakamooni ko he mea, pa e ka funga au e na ke kau ia i tohi a pau. Pakasara pa ke e na kono mahu i ngā, me tātu nena he tāko na moarea, i kai sio ki he mea, he whae ka parani, taipe ni hewa mea, a matai ke rita, ke te lau e mea, pa te even the fine prints, pa ni mea matai ki, ke wana te hango o misi ha mea i he tohi a pau ko ia. Ka wha hoko, hoko koe ke si malama ni ihi ke na hongo mahino i hanga hinga ui whakapepa, o ko hoko e o whakatupu at hapalo pare mana ki na utolu, ko i ngā ko harea pau, i hatohi na e pai harea pau.
Koe, mea mahuinga.
Mea mahuinga ka pau rewa, kono mo o ni, ka pau ke te si hango mahino i, ke malu i kita, mo palo pare ma te lehan ki mui, mo hamea ke hoko, o more ha te pangan o abi kita te alohopo, sai ke te alu ka hataha o te lau mahino i nea whamatanga mai ka kita pa te toki pai e mea koia.
Koia.
Sai, aia koe ne osia o konga e hongo furu, pea pia paka osia tupe e ku lamea tu koe ni ki he ako, lahi pena hai mea ka ko ki karat whakasisi po pena lahi ku peu ka ko whakaiki po pe whakateo ke taimi. Pea kona wha o si pe i he taimo taua ko mau e poto, he mau e ilo, he pe whake ni whai kehe o e poto mo ilo. Ko hono ke kia te au e mahino o te rakiako ke te ilo, e mea ko ia, pa te whenga ke te poto, e whai mea ko ia. Pero hanga he lelei mo ngahi poto te mau, mo ilo te mau he te ako ko ia, he mo uto e ni, te manatu mau pe, te pāke, whakaosa ki pe, hangane pau ki alfa fofona. Ke ora te pāke ki hoto poto.
Koia.
Peo ki tāka, ki whalala pe ke o tuahe ko ia, mi hango fuake ke poto ko toa pe. Koia, ko ki whamata pe ia, ko ia se tautaini.
Io malo apito ni Io malo apito. Pa malo apito ho ngahi vahe lele i whikau aki pia moe ako. Ho eiki mo hea matapure ko alo mai tau taimi ka pao kwai hao whehui. Pa ke kātaki o text mai e ku whika telefoni, mau noa taha, tau taha noa, wha noa o no noa, ka tok tari atu ho whehui ha toki ka pao e loto lele e whewhine, ania ke te whoki mai, tari ate whehui he ku kau enia ha topic mahu inga. Mahu inga au pito whikahongo fulu. Ai au mahu inga rewa tau whetokoni aki ka bau ka ke loko lerei ai lau e tohi whakapālangi. Ko reang ke hataha ki haa tokoni mai ke te koe. O te tau mana whaiga tau sain tau tolu ha whainga mea. Ta koe o ku tau pehe tau tolu ia o totoni ke whaiha mea kehe kai. Ta koe koe ke kau ia e konga ko ia. O whaatka te ki mō tōlu ho eiki mo e haa matapure, ma alo si o mō tūtaim ka mō mea mai ke he pāinga e Vake Tali Folau. Ka koe lawa ia polokalama me he substation ko ia i Salt Lake City, stream live ia te pia me Provo, Utah, ko afapalu ka maafo kia lavinia pulu pe me he substation ko ia isa oreiki o fat ka ko nia happy valentine pe o fat ka tik mo tol ka to pe he painga malong ka mo me a station villa at Tonga Vake Tali Folau ki San Francisco, California. Ku taitani mea Amerika Fumahiri, siana makahiri, watu na programa makamoto. Takahiri goya e whoke ate polokalama ki Hawaii, ki a siwa ki Liwai. Ia oa na ngalo e vawe mai te hataimi ai osi programa Hawaii e whoke ate owa ki Kukuala Whatonga. Pea te me lava koe e polokalama e painga, pea mi Kukuala Whatonga. Te lava kakato ia hoa e wawha ai polokalama mai, pea painga